In hospitality, good service is pretty much expected. But world-class service? Well, that's a whole different story. That's what creates true loyalty, what drives real revenue, and what builds a reputation that lasts. So today, we're going to break down the principles that separate the truly memorable from the just, okay.
Hello, you can think of me as your guide for this journey. I've been designed to analyze decades of hospitality data, everything from operational best practices to millions of guest reviews. My purpose is to give you a clear, data-driven framework for what excellence really looks like. This program is all about delivering practical knowledge that you can start using right away in a real hotel. So, let's begin.
So first things first, world-class guest service isn't just a list of things to do. It's a whole philosophy. It's this deep commitment to putting the guest's experience right at the center of every single thing you do, every decision, every action, every interaction. And this idea, it applies everywhere in hospitality.
Here's how we're going to break it all down. We'll start with the core of hospitality. That's the why behind great service. Then we'll get into the craft of interaction, the how of engaging with guests. From there, we'll look at the system of service, the what that makes it all consistent. And finally, we'll wrap up with the pursuit of excellence, which is really the mindset for growing your career.
All right, let's dive into part 1, the core of hospitality. Before we can do anything, we have to understand our motivation, the why. This is all about the internal mindset, the emotional foundation that every world-class service moment is built on. Honestly, this is the heart of everything we do.
And this core really stands on 3 key pillars. The first is genuine hospitality, that authentic warmth that just makes people feel welcome. The second is emotional intelligence, the ability to really understand and respond to what guests are feeling. And the third, of course, is respect, the absolute foundation for any positive human interaction.
Genuine hospitality goes way beyond just being polite or following a script. It's a real, authentic warmth that you project. And this is especially powerful with international guests who might be feeling a little lost or out of their element. A moment of sincere kindness can bridge any cultural gap and create an instant feeling of trust and safety.
And this quote just says it all. Empathy transforms routine service into meaningful care. It's so true, isn't it? This is what emotional intelligence is all about. It's the ability to read a guest's energy. Are they tired from a long flight, stressed, excited, and then responding with empathy? That's how a simple check-in becomes a moment of real, meaningful care.
And of course, all of this is built on a bedrock of respect. We're talking about respect in your tone of voice, in your patience when there's a language barrier, and in how carefully you handle someone's personal information. It's the simple, powerful acknowledgement that every single guest is a unique individual.
Okay, so we've established the why. Now, let's move on to part 2, the craft of interaction. This is all about the how, the practical, on-the-ground skills you need to turn that philosophy into real action.
In this part, we're going to zero in on 3 absolutely critical skills. First, the art of anticipating what a guest needs, sometimes before they even know it themselves. Second, the incredible impact of personalization. And third, the framework for truly clear and effective communication.
And the big shift here is moving from being reactive to being anticipatory. Standard service waits for a guest to ask for help and then solves the problem. But world-class service, it looks ahead. It sees the guest looking a little lost with a map and offers directions before they have to ask. That proactive approach sends a powerful message. Your comfort is our top priority.
Personalization is really just respect in action. Using a guest's name, remembering they prefer sparkling water, or suggesting a restaurant based on a conversation you had earlier, these small things have a huge impact. They change a guest from being just a room number into a valued individual. It's proof that you're actually listening.
Now, all of this is held together by clear communication. And remember, the goal isn't just to pass along information. The goal is to build a connection and create confidence. That means you've got to avoid hotel jargon, really listen to what they're saying, and then double-check that they feel completely understood. Okay, we've got the why and the how. Now it's time for part 3, the system of service. This is the what, the operational structure that makes sure this incredible level of service is delivered consistently to every guest, every single time.
This system is built on 4 critical parts: the reliability that comes from responsiveness and consistency, the high standards of professionalism, and, this is a big one, having a solution-oriented mindset when things go wrong.
Think about responsiveness and consistency as 2 sides of the same coin, reliability.
It's not enough to be fast. You also have to be clear. A quick answer that's confusing doesn't help anyone. And consistency? That means a guest gets the same amazing level of care whether they're at the front desk, in the restaurant, or on the phone with housekeeping. That is how you build trust.
You know, the word professionalism can sometimes be misunderstood as being cold or rigid, but that's not what it is at all. True professionalism is a mix of competence, knowing your stuff, courtesy, and being able to stay calm under pressure. And a huge part of this, especially in our global industry, is cultural humility, being willing to see and respect differences without judgment.
Look, no hotel is perfect. Things will go wrong. It's just inevitable. The true test of a great service system is how it handles those moments. That's where a solution-oriented mindset comes in, and it's a clear process. Step 1, acknowledge the problem. Step 2, take ownership, no excuses. Step 3, offer them options. And finally, Step 4, follow through to make sure it's all resolved.
And that brings us to our final section, the pursuit of excellence. We've got the core principles, the interaction skills, and the service systems. This last piece is the mindset that ties it all together and really drives your growth in this industry.
This might be the most important thing to remember. World-class service isn't a finish line you cross. It's a dynamic, ongoing process of continuous improvement. Every single interaction with a guest is a chance to learn something. Every piece of feedback is a gift. In an industry that's always changing, committing yourself to always learning is what will keep you exceptional.
So as we finish, I want to leave you with a question for your own development. All of these principles are important, of course, but which one really resonates with you? Which one fits your natural talents? Which principle will you choose to truly master and make your own signature strength? Your answer to that will shape the path of your entire career. Thank you.